On March 1st, President Biden's real gun agenda was introduced. We told you this would happen. Hi, I'm Phil Riboli, host of your Minuteman Moment. Representatives James Clyburn and Mike Thompson just introduced the first of the Biden anti-gun agenda. I'm referring to H.R. 8, the Bipartisan Background Checks Act, and H.R. 1446, Enhanced Background Checks Act of 2021. Turns out these bills are nearly identical to the gun control GOA helped kill last Congress. H.R. 8, the Universal Background Registration Check bill, would criminalize private firearm transfers without government permission. The term transfer is not defined, but it's clear from the bill that handing your gun to a neighbor for as little as 1 second is a transfer, unless you're covered by one of the bill's so-called exceptions. But remember, today's exceptions are tomorrow's loopholes. The anti-gunners will never rest until all our rights are gone, so don't be tricked by exceptions. If you hand your gun to a friend because you're anticipating an emergency, but it turns out to be a false alarm, you're a criminal. If you give your gun to a hunting partner and unknown to you, she doesn't have a hunting license, you're a criminal. If you hand your gun to a hunting partner who is a veteran and unknown to you, he has been stripped of his rights by the Veterans Administration, you're a criminal. If you give your gun to any family member who is not covered by the bill, like a daughter-in-law or a great-grandson, you're a criminal. If you buy any gun from anyone without signing the form the United States Attorney General orders you to sign, you're a criminal. Under H.R. 8, since every gun transfer will go through a dealer, every gun owner will have to fill out a Form 4473. So here's the problem. If everyone fills out a 4473, it will leave a record of every firearm transferred and each firearm transferee. If the ATF takes just one step to put those in a database, they'd have a firearm and firearm owner registry. As it turns out, the ability to check firearm possession against this database, known as a registration check, is the only means by which a universal background check system can be enforced. Let's move on to the next piece of the Biden gun control agenda that will also soon be getting a vote in the House. In addition to criminalizing what you do with your firearms, the anti-gunners also hope to delay the time it takes to purchase one. H.R. 1446 would penalize every gun purchaser who receives a delayed response from the FBI National Instant Criminal Background Check System, essentially extending the existing 3-day Brady transfer procedure with a confusing and elongated appeal process. And there is no requirement the FFL transfer the firearm should you jump through all of the new hoops and hurdles if bureaucrats fail to respond due to a government shutdown, a surge in background checks, or an anti-gun executive order. If the COVID lockdowns, 2020 riots, and intentional resulting NICS delays taught gun owners anything, it should be that bureaucrats will use any excuse to weaponize the NICS system to deny law-abiding Americans their right to purchase firearms. We cannot sit by and allow the government to dictate what we can and cannot do with our own property. This is just the first of many attacks Nancy Pelosi and her army of anti-gunners have planned now that they're back in power. That's it for today. I'm Phil Riboli with the Minuteman Moment.